Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series. This is Jurassic World Evolution. I know the second game is out and the third one is coming out like this month, but I wanted to take a second here and actually play through this game because I've been in love with this game and I wanted to put it on my channel because I would love to play the second and third one on my channel as well, although I've never touched them. Obviously, I haven't touched the third one because it's not even out yet. But I just wanted to, um, that's a bit, one second. Anyway, I just wanted to go through and, play through this game on my channel because I've not only been rewatching the Jurassic Park and World movies for the last few days, but I have been playing this game too much. Um, and it is honestly really, really good. And I can't wait to see what's in the second and third game. But I haven't completed this game yet, and I figured I've learned a lot that I would like to go back in to this game and use to try to get things. So we're going to hop into just the complete normal campaign. I'll probably go do the DLCs because I do have the DLCs unlocked. So I'll
Hello.
probably go through
May
and
I
do the
say
DLCs at
welcome?
some point.
My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
All right, Isla Matanceros. Um, Here we are. That's a smooth transition right into the playing of the game. Okay. One thing I want to do really quick, is go to audio, subtitles, just for you guys. I'm gonna try not to speak over people unless it's one of the small things. Anyway.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab.
Here's Hammond Creation Lab.
We've already
Now,
started on an enclosure for you.
I'm actually
You
going to put
should
that
just
over here,
attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs.
just
Just
because
kidding.
I can.
Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here.
Yet they don't speak Spanish. But yes, we are on the
You'll
five
need to
deaths for this
connect
game.
it to the pre-existing network of paths in the power grid. Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
Now, one thing I do want to mention if we don't get interrupted here.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
This game looks so good. So, if you guys want to like name any buildings or anything like that, just put it down in the comment section below. As long as it's appropriate, I will probably pick it. Same thing with dinosaurs. So, that's just how it's going to work for now. So if you have any ideas, just go right ahead. I'll probably name a few myself, but yeah, let's go. Get our first Struthiomimus in.
Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique. And now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
Yep.
The Hammond Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Just security.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park. So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Okay, so we can actually go in and
Well done. And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So, what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing. Your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
okay, and we're gonna get given a mission here.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
The Expedition Center can send dig teams around the world to find new dinosaurs. Click to site to start an expedition there with an available
Glad to
dig
have you
team.
on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
The Expedition Center will display an icon when it is
I'm
ready
going
to
to
set out
need you
dig
to
team.
extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
So we want an dinosaur 50% genome.
Good. Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
For fossils build genomes for each dinosaur. File genomes will allow you to create dinosaurs at the Animal Creation Lab. Expeditions sometimes bring back extra finds that can be sold for cash.
Your job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple. Ah, Dr. Dua. This is our new Director of Operations.
I'm aware, Cabot. I'm Dr. Dua. I run the science division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
Okay, so I'll just give you a brief rundown here. There's going to be a lot of talking here early on. Control room, this is where you can go to like all your different tabs and stuff and just take a look at things in your island management, which is pretty important. Map, this gives you a general overview of everything. So you can see the entire island here, which yes, this first one is pretty dang small. Management views, this is something I never really used, so I got to mess around with it a little bit. But I know this is how you see when like customers want, let's say, fun. Which there's currently a low demand, but yeah, you can see any building that has like red around it. That means that they want fun around that area. Closures is your building tab for enclosures. As you can see, there's 4 things we currently don't have unlocked: Jurassic Tour, Gyro Station, Viewing Platform, and Aviary. Operations, Ranger Station. So these are all your operations that you'll unlock. Guests, these are usually ways to make money or boost income from like people coming in, or just ways to make sure your guests stay safe. Scenery, which you will want to actually put around these kind of things because it does actually help. Power paths, obviously, which was a few different ones. Landscaping, which is how you can change landscaping, and demolishing buildings and whatnot. So we got to get this Edmontosaur stuff done, and I'm trying to save money as much as possible because we are actively losing money by the minute.
You
I
should extract
don't want to do
genomes
science for a
from
reason.
fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
There's an Edmontosaur, and that's also an Edmontosaur. Let's go.
Nice job. I feel like we are starting to understand one another.
Okay. Not right now, because we're doing this other
I've got
one
an
first.
interesting opportunity for you to consider. It will allow us to work together to create life. Pure life. If you've been listening to Dr. Malcolm, then you know how important this is to us. And to me.
So, you can only have one mission at a time, and each division will have one mission every single world. So, because there's different islands you can do. If you have the DLC, there's actually more you can do, so that's what we'll be messing with. And you can literally see all your unlocks here. By going to like island rating, you can see we unlock these 2 things with different ratings, reputation. You can literally see all their
Next,
unlocks
you'll need to
here.
incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
Okay. From research center, I see reload speed. So,
The Research Center lets you improve your park in various exciting ways. New buildings, upgrades, and more await.
research allows you to improve and expand multiple aspects of your facilities. You can research new and improved genes to modify your dinosaurs with. Some items have division reputation requirements that they need to be met before becoming available. So, you go to research. We need, what was it again? ACU reload speed 1.0. It should be under building upgrades, and we look for ACU or asset. Continue. I believe it was reload speed. Yep. Then we need to construct an ACU center, which is going to be under operations, and you need an ACU center here. I'm sure that's connected, but I always just... Okay, there we go. And we also want to get this Edmontosaurus going, because that'll actually bring in more money for us. Fortunately, it's not a full genome, but it's whatever. The main reason why I'm not doing a lot of expeditions right now and stuff is because we are constantly losing money. So that's
The contract
very...
just landed on my desk. You need to take a look.
Okay. So, these things here, contracts, you can have 3 at a time of any kind. But you complete them, they'll give you a little bit of money. So that's always helpful. We're going to get our first viewing gallery on this enclosure. Like here. And this will also introduce us to substations and whatnot. So you can see we have 2 substations, so that's our entirety of our power grid right now, and that's where power is reaching. It doesn't have to fully take up the entire building, so it's better to like space them out, something like this. So for example, I'll probably do something like that. And then put one there, and then another one there. And boom. So we have no power, but I believe we're actually good. Yeah, we're good. So Edmontosaur's ready to release. So I mean, yeah, go ahead and give me names for these things down in the comment section below. I'm going to try to do, I probably come up with some of these beginning names by myself, but if you want to name a building or anything like that, go for it.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
We're actually going to add more incentive
You've done a good job with these new viewing galleries. Makes the dinosaurs easier to observe. And that
here.
increases our ability to maintain security.
Okay, just go out the gate,
The
please.
ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
Okay.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less
You can
than
either
lethal,
pilot
but
this
remember,
yourself, which certain
that
people like to
dinosaur
do,
doesn't
or you
know
can
this is just
just
supposed to be a
hit
trap. So
this
watch
and
your
they'll
back.
go do it
While
themselves.
I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
Yeah, all the divisions don't really like each other, obviously. So it wants us to transport this guy all the way back into the enclosure, just like so. And you'll see we're now currently at 100% visibility because we have we have two dinosaurs, so it's technically 50%. So how these work, a dinosaur actually has to be within this range for it to count. Which, yeah, I'll admit, kind of sucks a little bit. But yeah, that's just the way it works. So essentially, you do want to have multiple viewing platforms out there so things can cover it. So, for example, we're probably going to want another one all around this one enclosure. So, yeah. Um, anyway, we need to transport that guy into there, and also hopefully, yes, we are actually making money now, which is great. Meaning we could actually spend money, assuming that we're not doing like power stations. We're probably actually losing it because this guy's currently not in the enclosure. This is your engine database, so this is going to show you a bunch of just different things that you can unlock that helps guide you to 100%. Dig sites. So this is all the dig sites we've been to. Paleontology is all these things that we've sold. Genes are obviously all the genes we have unlocked. Locations are these are locations within the actual movies or books and other things like that. So, yep. An archive, there's characters, there's diseases, everything like that. Under this, that just basically just help you understand things. So boom. So basically, I'm also going to kind of strain this as a guide while I'm still learning the management view thing. You know, I'm still kind of trying to learn that a little bit, but for the most part, I'll kind of guide you guys along with stuff. I'm not going to worry too much about like having this island be a super high rating, just because it is the first one, and there's something we actually need to unlock on the second island to even be able to get it up to 5 out of 5 stars anyway. One thing I want to explain here, dinosaur rating target. So each dinosaur has a rating that you want to get up.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
Okay. And then your welfare and variety penalty. Welfare is if a dinosaur is like low health or low satisfaction. There's $1 million. So yeah, that's welfare.
The job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Okay, So you see the unique species target. This will go up with every island, but right now it really only wants us to have 4 species on this park, and then you get that thing done there. The unique species target will have then been met. You can see your guest count, your total island rating, and each dinosaur and facility rating here. So yeah, this will become more important use for later. Transport rating is actually 100% apparently. I don't know how. I guess maybe because it's very small so far. So yeah, next thing up, we're actually going to want to accept the second mission, and I'm
I
also
knew you were
going
my kind of
to.
person. Inquisitive, driven, and I knew you couldn't resist this opportunity. So let's get started.
What's the genome for Triceratops?
Together, we can create a more authentic version of our dinosaurs. That means a complete genome. And I think you are up to the challenge. Don't disappoint.
I think we got to work on
Hey,
this guy a little bit.
I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. It's
Especially for
rhetorical.
this guy to come get food, or even
Painfully
just walk back in
obvious.
and it's going to be
What
done.
I'm
So
saying
it'll
is
be
that
up to
we need
100%.
people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring
Hold on a
revenue,
moment.
excitement, and opportunities.
Oh, nope, there it goes. It did work.
The entertainment division is all about that wow factor. With that contract, you've helped us deliver what our guests are after. Nice job.
So we definitely needed to go get that expedition going. This mission. So I'm going to try to, before we move on, get like all the missions and reputation and all that done. To be honest with you, there's a chance I could get up to a 4-star island rating, um, before we even move on, just so we can be done with this island and not ever have to come back, because that'd be pretty nice. But yeah, we just have to get a total 4-star rating there, and obviously, meaning we basically need to have these to 4 out of 4 stars. And complete all of our missions and reputations as well. So
I don't think they'd offer this contract to just anyone. So at least
sorry, but not right now. I would like to try to actually unlock this last mission just so we have it unlocked. Now, one tip I would recommend is focus highly on one division to try to get that division up and get all the unlocks for that one, and then focus on another and then another. You can also do them all equally, but the thing is, each contract you complete will drop down the other two, so that's why I do personally prefer just focusing on one contract at a time. But I don't know, I might change that up a little bit as well. And never accept any contracts that are like going to be tough to do for you at that current moment in time. So that's another thing I would recommend. Anyway, we got our Edmontosaurus and Struthiomimus here. And let's... Can this contract get done, please? Also in the comment section below, let me know what your favorite dinosaur is. And I mean, if you want to, explain why. I don't think I've necessarily discovered my favorite dinosaur so far, but I do gotta say, I do love me a good parasaur or iguanodon. Those guys look pretty cool. We're just gonna let there's no point in sending out an expedition center right now until we start getting more money. The good thing is we are actually making profit, which is really great. And I would actually recommend doing the entertainment mission last, because I've watched a few people play this game up until like that point. Every single time they accept the entertainment mission, they actually end up going pretty much bankrupt, or their dinosaurs in here get eaten. And it's just not a good option. I would rather do these other two to then be able to afford a whole other enclosure. Now, there's actually something else I would like to do at some point as well. Viable genome of Triceratops.
we are making great strides.
And
I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous. And I have you to thank, at least in part, for where I find myself. Now we need to incubate, hatch, and house our dinosaur. Then we will know if our efforts will have been worth it.
we need to tranquilize this guy really quick. Just that way we get 3 enclosures in here, so we can have 3 different dinosaurs, you know what I mean? And also with that being said, let's get rid of that, and then put this other gate up somewhere else. There, I guess. As long as it works, it works. Because we can individually open these gates up, Transport teams, you want to move you over to here. Now, also, this means pretty much all the time while they're in here, they're going to be in the viewing place, which is going to be really, really nice. There's obviously a few more things I would love to do. Might even work this fence a little bit more. And also with us messing with this terrain, we want to make sure that these guys are actually going to be completely fine within the terrain. So, take a look at this guy. I want to show dinosaur stats, please. Yeah, he's completely fine. He's very content. Or she, I guess I should say. They are all female. I don't think they're going to be adding things here. Now, obviously, you can give me male or female names. I don't really care. And you're also content within this area. So that's very, very nice. They got more than enough forest and everything. They got access to their water. So now we have 3 complete enclosures already for dinosaurs, which is pretty cool. This one will probably need a bit more force, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then it wants us to release this dinosaur, which we'll just open up the gate here. And
Our new specimens, sorry, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations.
we'll name you Trevor. Why not?
But we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
Okay, we need
I've been monitoring
more.
what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little
Starts
disappointed
making
that
notes.
Dr. Dua came to you for this assignment instead of bringing me into the loop as she should have done. I'll discuss this with her later.
Parasite. This.
Looks like there's another contract that might be worth your attention.
Okay, and then we need a ranger station, which no power. Wonderful.
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
We'll just build this first one here. So long as it gets all built up and connected, we'll be fine. That will obviously make us lose a bit more money per minute, but I mean, we're relatively fine here. As long as you're making a profit, you will be completely fine. Even if it means just sitting there for hours and hours and hours waiting for your money to build up. But yeah, honestly, we already have like the 3 enclosures we're probably going to need for this entirety of this island. I mean, we'll probably get a few more and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're doing good. We're doing real good. We need to get up to that point to unlock the mission. But yeah, some of the things that we're going to unlock here, some of these things are like, I think this one might be DLC. I don't know. Some of these things are DLC related items, because I do have every single DLC. So that's nice. And there is one more thing we are going to want to research for now until we start getting a lot more money. And that is actually going to be, where is it at? ACU scheduling? Yeah. Which, building upgrades. See helicopter scheduling right there. Extract and extract. And we'll go right back to getting some more trikes. And as you can see, we're already down to that 700,000 mark. But yeah, we have our Triceratops here. Trevor, and we're probably also going to get like Tracy or something like that. And I will actually name this guy here Eddie. I'm going to name this guy here Turkey. Just because, why not? Turkey, Eddie, and Trevor. So you want to make sure everything under comfort here. So health, this is the stuff that impacts health, and I'll see if there's anything attacking it. So food and water, if it gets to red, it will start losing health. This is the kind of stuff you want in terms of comfort, where as long as it's in the blue, you'll be fine. So grassland, that's obviously the grassland. Forest will be trees. Wetland is water. But population social can be a little bit tricky. Social is this specific species here. That's how much is in that enclosure. So you want to keep it within that amount. Population is total amount of dinosaurs that they're comfortable having around them. So, yeah. But look at Trevor here, just sleeping. As I said, I don't care if the names are male or female, because in this game they physically cannot breed anyway, nor do they have genders technically. I know they are all supposed to be female based on Jurassic Park, but just generating a bunch of female names is can be a little bit challenging sometimes. Is our research done? No, not yet. Petition Center is not back yet. Okay, they're returning now. In fact, what I'll probably go ahead and do is request a new contract. Uh-oh. Security
We're
engine.
always looking for ways to improve security
Okay.
around here.
I believe
And I think
trikes
this
are
new
considered
contract could
small.
help with that very thing. Consider it.
Okay, and then we're gonna come here. Fossils, we can sell that stuff, that's really nice. And then we're also going to want to extract that stuff, and that should easily get us up to 70% between those two. So, one thing I do like to see is you can also see this and see how much percentage gain. 1 star, I believe, is 1 to 2%. 2 stars is about 3 to 4%, and anything above that is a little bit higher. But now we got to go here, apply the upgrade. Do not reload speed, scheduling, but we might as well also give it reload speed.
That is a textbook example of doing it right.
And that's going to give us some money there. And finally, we can unlock the mission. We're not going to do that because that's going to cancel out everything we've done so far.
Hey, it's Isaac. How you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of, so I'm putting it out there. Come on and help the winning team. Mine.
That's the mission I recommend you guys hold off on because I've seen it completely ruin people's playthroughs before. Um, you will be relatively fine if you do just let it eat your other dinosaurs, but like these guys are also making you money, so why would you want to do that? Or up to $28,000 profit, and you'll get a notification every little bit. Yep, right there. That'll show you your finances, and you can go do a more in-depth look. So this is your total income, and this is your expenses, and then it'll take this and subtract this, and you get your profit. So, yeah, there's that. We got to get up to 3 stars total, by the way, in order to unlock the next island. And then 4 stars, we unlock Isla Nublar. All the other islands, you basically need to be at a 5-star island rating to reach that goal. So, yeah. So you can see we're almost at the 3-star goal for facility rating. We just need better satisfaction, which we'll get into here a little bit with entertainment. And then target rating is going to be 1,000, which you don't really need that here in order to do that. But yeah, you start off with 4 species unlocked. You will unlock more as you're doing the emissions and whatnot. So, I mean, we should be fine, pretty much.